Greetings everyone and welcome back to the RobeTheMatoran channel, and we got another LEGO Star Wars review for you all today. This is set number 75381, Droideka, and it's an 18 plus set of course. It has 583 pieces, and this celebrates the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars and also the 25-year anniversary of Episode 1. And this set retails for $64.99 or $65 US, and I am not sponsored by LEGO. Looking at the front of the box, we just get a simple image of the Droideka in the black box art that they've been doing for 18 plus sets for a while now. Looks good, nothing too crazy. And on the back of the box, we just get an image of actually a few movie shots of the Droidekas, just showing them in action and how they're moving. And at the bottom, we just get a height and width of the set, and we just get a side view of the Droideka folded up in the rolling position, which you can do with this set. And also, we get a couple of, I would say a minifig, but we get a Droideka mini build, a plaque, and the 25 years brick. So with the initial opening of the box, you're greeted with 6 number bags, an instruction manual, a display plaque, and a sticker sheet. Of course, we got stickers in an 18 plus set. Go figure. After roughly an hour of building, the Droideka is now complete, and it looks really good. I have to say that this set looks really good. It looks even better outside the box. But of course, let's look at the pros and cons in this set, because there are a lot of good pros, but there's a couple of cons, so let's go ahead and dive right in. First, we're starting with the cons, and we're looking at the buildable micro mini build of the Droideka itself, and it's really cool. And when I first heard the set was coming out with a mini scale, I guess minifig scale Droideka, I was really excited because like, oh man, we didn't get a Droideka in a while, and it'd be nice to get a couple of Droidekas, because I was thinking about buying a couple of these actually, but when I actually seen it, I was severely underwhelmed by it, because one, the arms are way too long and they just protrude out in this really awkward way, and it doesn't even look very good. And then the legs itself are an off color because they're not even the same gray, and then it doesn't even look good. And then the top of it, the head, I guess where the eyes are at, I guess if you will, it's too big. Like, it has this huge back, and I know that's kind of like how the Droidekas look, but it just doesn't look all that great here, and I don't really like the build. So yeah, this was a miss. They really did screw up on this one. I don't like it. So yeah. Bringing it back to the pros, we get a awesome display plaque that is printed. You can pause and read if you want. And we get the 25-year anniversary brick, which I think is nice, but I'd rather we've gotten a episode 1 Pacific 25 years brick, because they did that with Return of the Jedi, and I just thought that would have been nice if they did. Okay, now it is time to finally talk about the Droideka, and it looks really good. And there's a lot of detail going on, of course, because, you know, it's mostly not even Technic, it's more of construction, technically. I mean, there is some Technic parts involved in it, because, you know, I can see it at the top and obviously when I built it, but there's not a lot of Technic going on. There's a lot more just simple bricks and just, you know, just building techniques here that just kind of makes it look like how it looks, but it still looks really good. Like, when you look at the legs, I mean, it looks good. It's decently sized. You know, there's enough. Of course, they don't bend, because that's unfortunate. You can't bend them, but they look like they can articulate. They look like you can, and it looked like it wouldn't take too much to kind of like mock that to make it like a bend. But that's if you really want to do all that. But regardless, it looks good, and even at the base, like where the legs connect to, it's just really well detailed and defined, and just a lot of stuff going on. And of course, the set has stickers. You can see that on the side. I personally don't mind the stickers too much, because, you know, it does add to the look, and they're not too egregious. They're not like 1,000,000,001 stickers to put on there, so that's also good. And then we have this midsection where you can see, you know, the Droideka's abs. Looks really good. But, you know, it's just more detail and more just stuff going on, and it just looks good from pretty much all angles, because there's not an angle here that I would say that looks bad, because it just looks good. This is actually a well-made set. They actually thought about this. Now, I would say the set is a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping that it was going to be a little bit bigger, because, you know, if you remember the one in 2000, that thing is like almost like double in size. I wish I had a comparison. I wish I had the set to compare it with, but I don't, unfortunately. So you just have to take my word for it. And I really wish that it was a tad bigger because it's $65 and it's a bit small, but I mean, of course, it's compact with a lot of pieces. It's really dense, and when you pick it up, it feels really weighty. It has some weight to it, and of course, it's good on that. But it's just I'm always a fan of having a set bigger but regardless, it's just what it is. Lego likes to downscale everything and make it quote unquote cheaper or affordable or whatever, but it doesn't really feel like that. But it looks good. I'm not complaining about the design. And then I'm getting off topic. When you look at the eyes, they use a simple piece. It's just the lipstick piece that they use. I've never honestly seen the lipstick piece honestly in person until just now when I built this set. So it's actually kind of crazy how well it works for this. Like they almost designed that perfectly just for this. I almost think that they did. Probably didn't, but it just feels like it. And I forgot to mention that he does have a little function, I guess, with his arms, with the Droideka's arms. You can actually kind of make them kind of like rotate, not really rotate, but just kind of like go back and forth like it's actually firing. So that's also a really cool feature, and there's a couple wires going through it, and it just looks really good. It's such a good look. Like I really have nothing too harsh to complain about, other than like, okay, I wish it was a little bit bigger, and maybe you could, honestly, that's really about it. I only say just make it a little bit bigger. That's it. And oh yeah, have that really cool function that I'm about to show you with you can roll it up. If they had that function like the one in 2000, that would be stellar. But I know they're not gonna do all that, and they didn't, obviously, as you can see. As I mentioned before, that it has the function to roll up, and all you really have to do is just bend the arms back and take out the legs at the bottom. Just really flip them upside down and put them in, and then you just kind of just curl them up. A simple thing. Like they showed it in the instructions how to do it, but it's kind of like straightforward how to do it. But it does show you just in case if you just couldn't figure it out. But it looks good. It's a simple thing, and it's pretty easy, and it's fun to do. And here's the complete model with it finally rolled up, and it looks pretty good, honestly. Like, you can display it like this with it folded up like this, and it looks okay. It looks actually pretty good. I personally won't be doing it like this, but it still looks good. I mean, it definitely invokes the idea of its rolling in its rolling position. So it looks good, and I even did try to test to see could I actually roll it like this, like the 2001, but it can do it, and surprisingly no pieces fall off, so you don't have to worry about that. But be rolling it like an actual playset or toy, even though I know it is, but maybe not do that because it is a display model. This is not something you play around with, but you can do it. No pieces will fall out, and my only thing is I feel like if you do try to roll it, it'll kind of like almost damage it. So yeah, just maybe not do that. So in conclusion, what do I think of the Droideka? I think this is a great set. I recommend anyone getting this set. Honestly, I say get it now, honestly, because it actually is a really good set. And it's a fun set to have and fun to build. Obviously, you can't really play with it, but you can roll it and you can shoot the arms and do the little fun little turret blasting with his arms and stuff. So I guess you could do that, but really, you're not really buying it for play value. You're buying it for the display, and it's a really cool and good looking set. So yeah, I say get it. For $65, yeah, I'd say, yeah, pick it up. I mean, yeah, you could wait for a sale, but I think pretty good about buying this. You won't feel guilty. But regardless, what is my score for this? I would give it, honestly, probably an 8.6, maybe an 8.7. I'm going to give it an 8.7, actually. I would give it a 9, but the mini scale Droideka does kind of ruin it. So yeah, it kind of does. But those have been my thoughts. Tell me yours down in the comments because I read every single comment, and join me next time when I look at the Bark Speeder Escape set. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will bid you all adieu.